You're watching SKN Newsline TV live on sknnewsline.com.
The Cable, we provide much more than just the fastest and most reliable internet service. We fill the homes of all our customers with joy and laughter. Our services connect friends and keep families together. With the most extensive fiber optic network, we ensure that you can enjoy the things you love with the people you love. Whether it's catching up with family or old friends, or simply just enjoying your favorite TV shows, people choose the Cable because quality shows.
Why read the news when you can watch it? Introducing SKN Newsline, the Federation's only online TV news platform. SKN Newsline is an online TV news platform covering news in St. Kitts and Nevis. You can watch SKN Newsline on our website, www.sknnewsline.com, or Facebook page at www.fb.com/SKN Newsline. SKN Newsline, your world, your news.
Now you can have SKN Newsline on the go. Introducing SKN Newsline Android mobile app. Search SKN Newsline in the Google Play Store. Download the app free and stay up to date with TV news in St. Kitts and Nevis in the palm of your hands. With this app, you can watch our news reports, watch our live news feed on SKN Newsline TV, engage with us and other app users in the chat room, look at our special features, send us news tips, and call us directly. It's news on the go. The SKN Newsline Android mobile app. Download it free today.
The Cable, we provide much more than just the fastest and most reliable internet service. We fill the homes of all our customers with joy and laughter. Our services connect friends and keep families together. With the most extensive fiber optic network, we ensure that you can enjoy the things you love with the people you love. Whether it's catching up with family or old friends, or simply just enjoying your favorite TV shows, people choose the Cable because quality shows.
The team from West Bastille became the first to book a spot in the finals of the 2017-2018 National Bank Premier League season. Ramsville Superstars clinched the spot in the finals after defeating Saul Island Auto Supply's Connery FC 3-0 on Wednesday night at the Warner Park in Final Four playoff action. Connery started with swift attacking football, putting Village to the sword. But as they had done all season long, Village absorbed the pressure and against the run of play earned a 1-0 lead at the halftime, courtesy of an Ordell Fleming header.
And here is Village. Tyrone Hanley, number 21, curves at the far post, and the Village players gets ready, and it's in the back of the net! And a nice curving shot on the far post, curving around the goalkeeper. The Village player eluding his marker, going up with the ball coming down and going between the goalkeeper Samuel and that Eastern upright. Village up 1-0. The crowd has gone wild here.
Against the run of play, Ramsville Superstars do it again. They go when you least expect it. And what a beautiful goal that was. That goal scored in the 24th minute. Despite close calls from Connery, they failed to find the back of the net. In the second half, Connery came out again with aggressive attacking play and spurned good chances to equalize. Village, against the run of play, took the lead from a Jazil Francis own goal in the 76th minute.
And here's Ramsville Superstars winning it. They're crossing the half line, and Tyrone Hanley, he chipped it over for his Village man, who's outnumbered by about 5 players. And here is the Village, and it's in the back of the net again. My! What a miscommunication there that was. 4 players from Connery. They surrounded, actually 5 players surrounding the Village player who tussled and bullied his way around, just getting the tip of the boot to it perhaps. And that one went it rolled into the back of the net.
And Kimari Rogers rounded out the demolition with a sublime goal in the 85th minute.
Beautiful position in there, beautiful shot, and here is Village with a counter-attack. Kimari Rogers on the left side, and he mumbles over that one, fumbles, and he's trying to walk around 2 players, and he sets up for the right shot, and it's in the back of the net! A low ball just between the goalkeeper and that Eastern upright. Perhaps everyone thought there was no space. He turned left, turned right, he got between 2 defenders, took a shot, low, hard, but most importantly, in the back of the net. Ramsville Superstars 3, Saul Island Connery Connery 0.
Just the way Kimari positioned himself in the 18-yard box, I saw a goal written all over that before he even kicked it. Coach Jeffrey Hazel was obviously pleased with earning a final spot once again for Village after being out of the final two for several years.
Well, we have been telling our guys that we need it more. It has been a while since we have been in the final, so that's the emphasis really. Our shirt says see us rise, and we want to rise this year, and so we tell them we need it more, and they went out and they played their hearts out for the club, for themselves, and we're happy that we're in the finals.
Now you have one more game left. You're already in the finals. Is it the case where you'll take your foot off the gas, or you will be going full speed ahead still?
Well, we're going full speed ahead. We can't let up now, although we have booked a place. We have to be emphasizing a lot more on what we want to do in the finals, so we hope to employ those in the game on Sunday.
For Connery player Carrie Mitchum, the defeat was hard to swallow, considering their creditable performance.
Well, I think it's just a lack of focus. We didn't really concentrate much on the battlefield, and that's what really cost us the last tonight.
You guys started out the game very attacking, putting Village to the sword, but just didn't get the goal you needed. Do you think, after Village scored, did you guys' head kind of drop after you put all that effort, you still didn't get the goal, and then they got the goal?
Well, not really. We didn't drop after they get the first goal because, as you see, the half-time scores 1-0 to Village Superstars. So we know we had our chances to just put away and try to get back into the game, but unfortunately they got the second goal, which was our own goal from us, and that kind of kill our momentum going forward. And down 2-0, you have to gamble and try to get at least one to get back into the game, and we did gamble and it cost us. They get the third goal.
Prior to Village's big win Wednesday night, SL Horsford St. Paul's edged defending champions Flo Fuji Ken Rockets 1-0 courtesy of a 12-minute strike from Kendale Library. Coach Austin Deco Huggins of St. Paul's spoke to why his team was able to win despite the injuries and other challenges they faced.
Well, it's just a little more communication and a little more awareness in terms of positioning. I think we were able to work on it on the training ground, where we try to instill in the players that whenever on defense they know where they position and how they're supposed to position, and also to trap men running in and around the box. Don't leave the opponents free, otherwise that could cause problem for us.
With that win, St. Paul's are a second behind Village for a spot for the finals. We play Connery on a Sunday. Should St. Paul's win that match, they will qualify for the finals. That would eliminate Connery and Keon. The result of that match would, however, determine whether Keon will have a chance to progress to the final in the second of Sunday's doubleheader when they face Village.
Honorable Alexis Jeffers, Minister of Disaster Management in Nevis, made a statement about the hurricane season for 2018. Mr. Jeffers said that the 2017 hurricane season left an emotional scar upon Nevis.
Just this last weekend, we had an early start to the 2018 Atlantic hurricane season with the formation of subtropical storm Alberto in the Gulf of Mexico, and was predicted to impact the southern United States. Events like these underscore the importance of our people to take the warnings and advisories seriously. These storms, as scientists suggest, are a direct impact of climate change and global warming.
The global warming issues, if continued, this year's hurricane season will have the same impact as last year's hurricane season, said Mr. Jeffers.
The two hottest years recorded were 2016 and 2017. If the global warming trend continues, global experts have indicated that 2018 may follow a similar pattern.
Mr. Jeffers also stated that if the ports are affected, there will be no way to import goods. He also spoke about our fragile electricity system.
When our ports are affected, the inability to have ships that bring the majority of our food puts our country in a severely compromised position in terms of food security. I will not detail, but our electricity and communication platforms are often very fragile. The long and short of this is that our way and quality of life stands to be obstructed with the impact of any storm.
The 2018 hurricane season was one of the most dangerous hurricane seasons in the past years, which left most of the Caribbean islands devastated. I am Chiari Morton, SKN Newsline.
Rams Village Superstars drew first blood in the National Bank Premier League Final Four playoffs after they blanked Ezel Horses St. Paul's 2-0 at the Warner Park on Saturday night. Tahir Hanley was the two-goal hero for the league leaders after he scored a scorcher early in the first half in the 9th minute of play. Live audio commentary was provided by Voice of the Caribbean Radio at www.voiceofthecaribbean.net in partnership with the SKNFA. The live commentary was also available via the SKNFA's website www.sknfa.com.
And what a bad pass. Right to the finish on top, and there's a 1-2 give and go, and there's another give and go, and it's inside the penalty.
Oh, it's in the back of the net!
And it is in the back of the net! Rams Village Superstars drawing first blood, 8 minutes 52 seconds, and a bad miss by that left defender.
Yes, and there that defender, they will have to put himself. We see Kimari on the ground. He got actually, that was a pretty bad play on Kimari there. It should have been a foul, but I think the referee played advantage, and fortunately for Village, it worked out because they got the go-ahead goal, the goal they were looking for.
8 minutes 52 seconds into the game. Rams Village Superstars drawing first blood, going 1-up.
Tahir's second goal came in the 73rd minute. Very early.
And here's Rams Village Superstars chasing away, and the flag is down, and it's a one-on-one situation. Tiran, and he lobs it over the head of the goalkeeper into the back of the net. Rams Village Superstars doubling their lead, 28 minutes, 28 seconds, and this might be all she wrote for SL Horsford St. Paul, but a lot of time in the game still.
Winning coach Jeffrey Hazel is already looking forward to the next game.
Telling them for the duration of the league, and so we had to do that this evening, and so they came out in the second half with the momentum, with discipline, and we're victorious, so congrats to them for really staying focused and to the task, and we look forward for the next game. We have to go back now to the drawing board, work on a few things, and get ready for next Wednesday.
Meanwhile, in the earlier match, back-to-back defending champions Flow 4GK and Rockets drew 0-0 with Saul Island Auto Supply's Connery FC in the first of the doubleheader. Coach George Yellowman Isaac of Keon seemed satisfied with his team's performance despite the draw.
Well, the game was a positive game. The game was a good game in the first half. We have both teams going on the attack and the defense, but still, I just try to allow my guys to press a little more in forward and to make sure they keep the ball as much as possible in the attacking turn.
And you missed a couple of few shots, especially in the first half of the game. What were your team like in the locker room, knowing that they missed those goals?
Well, on the area, on the aspect of the game, I tell them we got to relax and take with time play, and take with time make good decisions around the back.
However, Connery's assistant coach Delwyn Delaney believes his team did not impose their will on the match.
Basically, it was a very keenly contested match. Both teams wanted the W, but unfortunately, we have to share the spoils. We were a bit apprehensive in the first half in terms of allowing the play to come to us instead of being proactive and moving forward. We did a little better job in the second half, but that's something we still have to work on in terms of moving forward to the competition.
The Final Four continues this Wednesday with matches beginning at 6 p.m. Flow 4GK and Rockets will take on SL Horsford St. Paul's, and the second of the doubleheader, Rams Village Superstars play Saul Island Auto Supplies Connery FC at 8:30 p.m. Live radio commentary will be provided by Voice of the Caribbean Radio in partnership with the SKNFA at www.voiceofthecaribbean.net and www.sknfa.com, and live pay-per-view coverage at www.pep-tv.com.
As a fisherman, I use the marine resource wisely so I can conserve our biodiversity, so I can fish for life. It's all about balance.
I preserve biodiversity by the way that I farm. It takes care of my family. It's all about balance.
I have enjoyed these seas all my life. I do my best to conserve our biodiversity because I want my children and my grandchildren to enjoy them as much as I do. It's all about balance.
I'm a park ranger, and my job is to properly manage our protected areas and conserve our biodiversity. It's all about balance.
Youth, let's play a part in conserving our biodiversity and maintaining our natural resources. It's all about balance.
For life, for livelihood, for the future of St. Kitts and Nevis, let's all conserve our biodiversity and use our natural resources wisely. It's all about balance.
A shooting incident at Taylor's Village has left 1 dead and 2 injured. Police received and responded to the report of shooting at about 7:55 p.m. on Wednesday, May 30th. Investigations have so far revealed that a 17-year-old male juvenile was inside his residence along with 2 other persons. Along the premises were Antonia Lestrade, a 19-year-old male, and a 15-year-old male juvenile. 4 masked assailants entered the premises and one of them began shooting. The 17-year-old juvenile exited the house and received gunshot injuries about the body, which left him fatally wounded. The 15-year-old juvenile also sustained gunshot injuries about the body, and Lestrade received a gunshot to his left elbow. Both Lestrade and the 15-year-old juvenile were transported to the Genève Hospital by the Emergency Medical Services. Lestrade is warded in a stable condition while the juvenile underwent emergency surgery and is warded at the intensive care unit in a serious but stable condition. The technicians from the Forensic Services Department processed the scene and items of evidential value were collected. Police investigations in the matter are ongoing. Persons with information regarding this incident are urged to call any police station or the Violent Crimes Unit at 467-1887, 467-1888, or 662-3468. This is the 13th homicide for the year 2018. Andre Huey, SKN Newsline.
At Nagico, the things that matter to you matter to us. Like knowing you're fully covered after an accident. The security of your home and everything in it that means so much to you. And knowing that even when the weather does its worst, you and your family are covered. At Nagico, we're about much more than just insurance. We're about the big things and the small things that mean everything.
The Dr. William Connor Primary School celebrated 30 years on Wednesday with a Thanksgiving service at the Antioch Baptist Church in St. Johnson's Village. The students, teachers, and some parents gathered at the church for a program comprising cultural performances from the children and addresses from officials. Pastor of the Antioch Baptist Church and nephew of the late Dr. William Connor, Mr. Lincoln Connor, gave the main address, where he encouraged teachers to value and nurture the students of the school.
And we want to encourage teachers to change their minds about the children. Yes, of course, there are times when they can be disgusting and they can be all the words you can find. But you have children in other schools. Do you want anybody to call your child a dummy? Do you want anybody to say your child smells filthy at mornings? Do you want anybody to say anything ill? But think about it, you don't want that. Do you want anybody to reinforce negative things in your child's mind? No, you don't want that. You have an equal responsibility to ensure that these lambs that are under your care are given the same opportunity as you would like for your child or children.
At the same time, Pastor Connor also encouraged students and parents to appreciate teachers.
They are not always perfect, but indeed, they make a great sacrifice. And I tell the students at Washi all the time, all of us on campus can do something else. Because there are even people, Mr. Wilshire, in the wider community who after a while think, Miss Ida, that we can't do anything else. We are not so smart. They don't understand that we are qualified like other people. We just choose to do this.
Also addressing the service was school principal Mrs. Jean Boddy. She said the 30th anniversary of the school is a milestone of victories and successes, and she lauded the contribution of the teachers.
My short stint here at the school has shown that the staff, students, parents, and donors are very proud of the institution. From the staff, I have seen and witnessed these values: integrity, punctuality, creativity, flexibility, accountability, teamwork, team players, and consistency.
Education Officer Mrs. Janelle Williams-Jacobs congratulated the students and teachers on their anniversary.
The Bible says, in everything, give thanks. 1 Thessalonians 5, verse 18. Therefore, I am truly happy that the Dr. William Connor Primary School has decided to start this day by giving thanks to the Almighty. As the school and the community celebrate this significant milestone of its 30th anniversary today, the 30th May 2018, the Ministry of Education also joins in this celebration. We recognize and honor the valuable and sterling contribution made by the past and present members of staff.
Attending Wednesday's service were Member of Parliament for Constituency 3, where the school is located, Conress Maynard, Government Senator Akila Byron Nisbet, and immediate past principals, Mrs. Valencia Sider and Mr. Anthony Wilshire. Along with its academic achievements, the school is most notably known for its athletics prowess, as it recently won 3 back-to-back titles of the annual Rams Primary School Championships. Andre Huey, SKN Newsline.
For the best in dental care, visit Dental Beginnings on Victoria Road, Bastair. We offer professional dental care in a variety of services: cleanings, extractions, fillings, oral examination, root canal treatment, crown and bridge, and sealants. We're open from Monday through Friday from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. and Saturdays at 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. Call us at 465-1951 or 668-1955. Or email us at dentalbeginnings@gmail.com. A gentle dentist in a comfortable and friendly environment. Dental Beginnings. It all begins with a smile.
The St. Kitts High Court on Wednesday heard the case pertaining to the diplomatic passport row between the opposition leader Dr. Denzel Douglas and the government of St. Kitts and Nevis. Legal counsels of both teams have to make submissions for the court to determine whether or not an expert witness is needed to ventilate the arguments on this matter. The government side had initially applied for use of an expert witness, but then on Wednesday indicated that there was no need for one. Attorney General Vincent Byron spoke to journalists at the High Court in Bastair after Wednesday's hearing.
Dr. Douglas's lawyers have asked that they should be able to use somebody who is versed in the interpretation of Dominican law to assist the court. Our argument is, or the argument put forward by my counsel, was that a judge of the High Court is a judge of the Eastern Caribbean Supreme Court, and therefore appointed by the Judicial and Legal Service Commission, and is a judge of all of the countries, all of the states of the Eastern Caribbean, St. Kitts and Nevis, and Dominica included. And so the judge can be appointed to Dominica, just as he is appointed here in St. Kitts and Nevis. If he sits in Dominica, he would determine what the Dominica law is. And so we are of the view that this is not necessary. As our lawyer has put it, there is a common forum, a commune forum, where all of the states in the Eastern Caribbean have similar judges who interpret the law in China.
But legal counsel representing Dr. Douglas, Sylvester Anthony, said their side believes an expert witness is necessary.
That it was the Attorney General's lawyers who, at the very first hearing of this matter, asked for it to be adjourned to allow them to bring expert evidence, to call an expert witness. At that time, you recall, we had said that if they wish to call an expert, we too would want the same opportunity. As it has turned out, we have now applied for an expert, and they are now arguing, they have not applied for an expert. Instead, they are arguing that the judge does not need an expert in order for him to interpret Dominican law. So that's the argument the court heard today, and the court has reserved the decision in relation to that, pending, subject of course to us filing final submissions. Mr. Mendez, senior counsel, had asked for some time to respond in writing to the speaking notes which we served on him yesterday, which is the speaking notes really is the submissions that we made today. And we have asked for an opportunity first to clean them up, to correct errors and so forth, and to reply to anything new that Mr. Mendez may have raised. So that the timeline given for that expires by the 14th of June, and the judge has indicated that he will issue his decision thereafter.
The government is arguing that Dr. Douglas has made himself ineligible to remain a member of parliament because he possesses and used a diplomatic passport issued by the government of Dominica. Attorney General Vincent Byron says that by his own act, Dr. Douglas is under allegiance and obedience to a foreign state, which is in violation of the Constitution of St. Kitts and Nevis, and he should vacate his seat. The substantive matter has still not been heard. The judge has made an order that both sides submit written statements by Friday, with each side given an additional 7 days to respond. Andre Huey, SKN Newsline.